All right, you've got the Aired Out podcast, live from the ASB Financial Studios and Fly on the Wall Productions, Main Street in Barrie. Got the train whistle in the background. We got Raylene.
Your favorite.
My favorite. Why does that always have to happen? When,
I know. As soon as you get the headphones on, there it goes.
It's like, it's almost like the conductor of the train is like, hey, JD's on the air right now. Let's blow the horn. Let's blow the whistle.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good morning.
That's exactly what he thought. As soon as he got up this morning, let's see if I can make JD upset.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Good morning.
Happy Tuesday. It's 37 degrees right now. We'll call it partly sunny, partly cloudy, glass half full, glass half empty, whichever way is what you want to go this morning. But we have some warm weather coming. It's supposed to be like 60 degrees here over the next couple of days.
I can't wait.
Zap's going to be running.
A couple of days of it would be wonderful. McCarthy's, I saw, has already done quite a bit. I was kind of blown away with how much they've
I've got to get over to McCarthy's Sugar House and see what they're doing. I've got to.
It would be fun to go up there.
Not
someday.
only because
just to torment them.
Yeah, just because it's a great family, but just Sean alone. Just sit down and talk hot dog recipes.
He'll cook you up some hot dogs.
Yeah,
right in the
boil them up in the syrup. Yes. Yeah. Birthdays.
Sap. It's not syrup yet.
Sap.
You tell you're not a Vermonter.
I know. Birthdays today. 87 years old for Jimmy Swaggart and Judd Hirsch. Wow, 87. Phil Lesh, 82. Sly Stone, 79. Dee Snider, 67 years old. You remember Dee Snider? Yes, you do, Raylene.
Do I?
Come on, Michael Deering, help me out here, bud. Twisted Sister.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know that.
We're not gonna take it.
Well, yeah.
No, we're not gonna take it.
Oh.
Dee Snider.
You promised that you were going to stop that singing.
Sorry.
I didn't even bring my guns over here.
No, you didn't, so you can't shoot me today.
Speaking of guns.
What? Oh, don't say the G word now. Now you're going to...
No, we saw a kick-ass Nerf gun last night.
Oh.
Do you remember?
Yes.
When we got we got a very special visit from Megan and James Brown.
Yes, that was amazing.
James was on his way home from the hospital.
Yep.
Thank God.
Yes.
And so he is going to restart his journey again, and hopefully we're going to keep him out of UVM. But his kid got the most awesome Nerf gun ever.
Is this Wyatt?
Wyatt, yeah. And
it's a rapid fire.
Man, I need it. It's got like a little motor on it and this huge clip and
the rotating barrel, whatever that's called.
I could take you out.
How many rounds? It's like 50 rounds.
Yeah.
But it's got the string of bullets that are
I know, right behind you. It's hysterical. Can you imagine? But I couldn't do that over here in this cubby that we, our studio space, because our poor guests would end up taking fire too, I think, with them bouncing off the walls behind you.
This is true. There's a rumor out that Michael Deering is thinking about opening up an indoor new Nerf shooting center. Did you hear about that?
No, but that would be pretty awesome.
I mean, everyone's talking about it.
They have laser tag and stuff, so
why not
Nerf gun?
Why not have... Well,
yeah.
Deering's on it.
All right.
He's on it.
He is a really good guy,
I know he is.
I got to actually spend some time with him on Sunday.
Yeah. I haven't. I haven't.
I saw him in passing at a local eatery, and it was nice to just to talk with him for a few
was that
minutes.
the first time you met him?
No, I did. I was here one of the nights that he was on Barry Beat, but the first time we actually got to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, folks, if you believe everything that you hear on this podcast, you're making a big mistake. Okay? We're just kidding about Michael Deering opening up an indoor Nerf shooting
Right. Now you
center.
have Cody looking for space.
Right. Now we've got
Now,
Cody on it.
the poor guy, he's looking for rock climbing space, and now he's going to be looking for Nerf gun space.
That is not a joke, though.
Maybe they could work together.
The whole indoor rock climbing center thing.
I know, there really is somebody that, I mean, that would be awesome.
Somebody's got to do it.
That would be awesome.
Somebody's got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Also on the birthday list today, Bret Michaels, 59 years old. Name of the band? Come on, Raylene. Just because you're 50 now, you shouldn't be forgetting these things.
I know.
Bret Michaels.
I don't.
Come on, Raylene.
Well, I can't think. Tell me.
Poison.
Okay.
You remember Bret Michaels?
I do remember him, and like I can picture him in my head, but yeah. I didn't listen
Rock
to
of
that
Love,
like all the time.
Celebrity Apprentice. Come on. You know, you're an old rocker.
I'm sorry.
Eva
Not really.
Longoria. I can't believe Eva Longoria is 47 and 46 for Will.i.am. Yeah. You know Will.i.am.
No.
Black Eyed Peas. Anyway, huge news this morning. And I hope, are you sitting down?
I'm sitting down.
Kraft Macaroni and Cheese flavored ice cream is making a comeback. It's back.
That's so disgusting.
Back by popular demand. One of the 7 flavors made by Van Leeuwen, which is a Brooklyn-based company. And it's going to be sold where? Where, Raylene? Walmart. Across the country.
It does not sound good to me.
Boom!
I know when they, I know that you could for a while get dill pickle ice cream
I would
as
love
well.
I'd love it.
And I don't know if they still do that or not, but it was dill pickle.
Lobster flavored ice cream is one that I have always wanted to try. I can't find it.
I know. But somebody told you they would make it for you. Who was it? I can't remember. Oh, next door, I think.
Who?
The,
AR Market? Pete?
Yeah, Pete. I think he told you that he could make you up some. That he could figure it out and make you.
Pete Coleman?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain.
I had a conversation with him about lobster flavored ice cream.
You did during his show.
I don't remember half of the shit that I talk about.
Yeah, and you're pissy at me because I don't know this guy from this band.
Well,
you know,
everyone
that
knows
just happened
Bret,
a couple of months.
Everybody knows Bret Michaels and
Just,
Poison.
2
Shame
months
on
ago
you.
and 40 years ago.
Yeah, if I could find lobster ice cream, I would buy as many pints of it as I probably could. But let's see, they've had the same company has had the royal wedding cake, blueberry shortcake, which sounds amazing, hot honey, and pizza are the other 2 flavors. Hot honey, that sounds awesome for ice cream. Pizza, not so much so. But I'd still try. I would try anything. You know that.
I know.
You know that.
We had this conversation yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, I'll eat anything. I mean, like, you should see. I mean, Sherilyn will pull something out of the fridge that's, a couple of years old. You could mow it with a lawnmower. And I'll be like, yeah, whack that in the microwave. I'll eat that right up.
You eat it right out of the refrigerator. I've seen you do it here.
Cold.
We didn't even have a microwave for the longest time, and you just scrape shit off the top and eat it anyways.
God, yeah. I don't care.
Gross.
Cold spaghetti. I don't care what it is. I'll eat it. Give me seconds. But Kraft Macaroni and Cheese flavored ice cream. It's coming to Walmart. If anybody sees it before I do,
take a picture.
Please let me know.
Try.
So that just either don't buy some, because then if you bring it here and I'm not here, then it's going to melt. It's going to make a mess. Just let me know that it's at Walmart, and I'll go up and get it. Anyway, what else? What else is happening? What else is going on? We have a new quarterback in the Steel City, and I'm waiting for Chris Autry to weigh in on that. I'm not sure if he's going to or not. What's the guy's name? Mitch Trubisky. Mitch Trubisky. 2-year contract, $14.25 million. How old is this kid? Do we know?
I do not know.
He's young, of course. But apparently this contract can be worth up to $27 million with incentives.
Insane.
New quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Insane.
And of course, people are still freaking out about the news about Tom Brady, that he's coming back with the Buccaneers. And then there's many others who are like,
who cares? Yeah.
Really
Right.
could give a damn.
Right.
Michael Deering says if anyone's interested in Spalding football, there's a meeting Friday after school, and they'll have more details soon. So go to Michael Deering's Facebook page and keep an eye on that. We just had one of the board of directors and a player from the Ravens. That was on with us.
Paul
Winters. Yeah, Paul Winters.
And I was interested. It was interesting to find out that he had also at one point been an MMA fighter and participated in Granite City, and and was somebody who watches the fights, attends the fights. Pretty interesting. Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand what Michael Booten has thrown me out of gear a few times lately.
Has?
Yeah.
What is he up to?
I don't know. Partially developed goose egg. It's a delicacy in the Philippines.
What the hell does that have to do with anything, Michael?
What is he doing? What is he? Why?
We were talking about ice cream, and you want to talk about duck eggs.
What does that have to do with partially developed goose eggs? Would I eat one? Yes. Mix it in with the Kraft Macaroni and Cheese ice cream.
Oh, he's not kidding either.
No.
He is not kidding. He'd try anything. He'd eat lizard shit.
Oh, my God. Of course I would, warm or cold.
Yeah.
Is today the Ides of March? Isn't it? I think it is. The 15th. No? Yes?
I don't know.
I think it is. Hold on. I'm just scrolling here. Somebody help me out here, please. The Ides of March. Yeah, it is.
It's not in your notes somewhere?
Well, I'm looking.
You forgot about that.
Be patient.
Just like you forgot about the lobster ice cream. There's a page under here.
Yeah, no, I think it is. The Ides of March. Come on, Bob, where are you? Help me out here. I'm just glancing through here. I can't find it. Bob's going to help me. We have the state of Vermont, of course, the news this morning, further easing its coronavirus-related recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
Department of Health saying now that masks are optional in indoor public spaces, except in healthcare and public transit settings.
And if the business, the establishment, chooses for you to wear a mask and it's posted that you need to wear a mask, then you need to respect that business.
Okay.
Or establishment and wear a mask.
This is why it's important that you're here, because I didn't read that part in the story, and I wondered about it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's in that story, but I heard it.
Okay.
And even if it wasn't in the story and I didn't hear it, I have common sense and respect enough that if a storefront has a sign, and that's like when you come in my house and you remove your shoes. That's you do
100%.
it whether you do it at your house or not.
100%.
Isn't the question. It's my house, and that's those people's business.
I wondered about that.
And you put a mask on your freaking face if you want to go in there.
Wow. You're all just worked up this morning.
No, it's just the way it is. And we wouldn't have to be so mean to each other if we just were like nicer about things like that.
Well, when I read this story, I didn't see the part in there that said that a particular business, if it still has the right to, which I would assume would be the case, to post a sign saying, wear a mask. It's required.
A business can post a sign that says shoes, shirt,
right?
Whatever. That's required. No backpacks.
I'm still waiting for a business that says no clothes allowed. I'm waiting for it.
You're going to have to go to a different country.
All right.
I think.
That's fine.
Yeah. Because
Absolutely.
they do have those places.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nudist colonies, they're called, I believe.
I want to go.
Yeah, I don't doubt that for a minute. I don't.
I can sit around completely naked and eat Kraft Macaroni and Cheese
And we
flavored
will
ice cream.
all sit back here and pray to God that you don't start a podcast.
There's people that believe this shit that I'm saying right now.
Yeah, but
they're
listen,
like, are you listening to JD and what he's saying?
Right.
And he wants to get naked and eat Kraft Macaroni and Cheese flavored ice cream?
it's true, folks, though. That's the problem. It's true. He really does. We just will hope that he doesn't start a podcast on this colony that he goes to.
You don't know. You don't know.
We don't want to be.
So we have the mask mandates no longer recommended in school.
Mm-hmm.
We have masks now optional in, frankly, all education settings.
Mm-hmm.
And, we posted this up this morning. Anyone testing positive for coronavirus is asked to isolate for 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Close contacts should get tested after 5 days. That's
Right, and optional being the key word.
right.
It's options.
Yeah.
You can
But
choose.
now that we have this, the state of Vermont saying that masks are now optional in indoor public spaces. With that said, respect, we've made the point well this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Respect the business owner if they say masks are required.
And other people that are still choosing to wear them when you're not. It's
Right.
a choice.
You should keep one in your damn pocketbook.
Mm-hmm.
You should keep one in your car or throw it in your back pocket if you're walking around and you go to don't be a bimbo and walk into some place that has a sign on the door that says masks are required and walk in there and say, they're optional. It's the state law now. Mm-hmm. There's going to be plenty of assholes that do that.
Of course.
Plenty.
Of course.
Did I just say assholes?
Whoops.
Vermont reported just 23 new cases of coronavirus yesterday. So things are improving. 17 people hospitalized in Vermont with coronavirus yesterday, 4 in intensive care.
They are talking about another booster, though. Have you heard that?
I am not. Please tell.
They have been talking the last several days about the possibility of another booster.
Yeah.
Because the different variants that keep coming out, but not for everybody, but for the most compromised and vulnerable.
Okay.
That they may be suggesting in the near future,
Right.
another booster.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Booten saying that he has the respect of removing his shoes when he comes into the studio because that's what we've asked for.
Yeah, and he does too.
He does.
He does every time.
Listen, there's pros and cons to all of this. All right, here's a pro. Booten comes in the building. He takes his shoes off. Con, the whole inside of the building smells like shit for the next week.
You opened that door, Michael. I'm sorry.
Yes, you did.
You did it.
You opened it.
You did it.
And I hope you keep it open so let the damn smell out of here. Bob Kershaw is saying today is the odds of March. It's not the odds, it's the Ides. Ides. I don't know what else. Becky's saying there are nudist colonies in Vermont. You don't need to go far. Thank God.
And she knows about these. Becky.
Becky?
Rebecca?
No,
Yeah.
Becky Wibble.
Oh, I was going to say you said Becky. I was like, ooh.
No.
I thought you were stepping in it, but thankfully it's truly a Becky.
Yeah. And now Bob's saying that he's going to join me in the nudist colony. Not interested, bud. Please stay home. Just no disrespect, but please stay home. I'm not interested in hanging out with Bob Kershaw at a nudist colony.
Yeah, well, he's probably not interested in hanging out with you either.
Booten's asking if the smell was his feet or the food that I left at my desk.
Amen.
This is out of
Michael,
hand.
amen.
This is out of control.
Do you know how many cups I can count right now on this desk with God knows what in them?
Yeah, there are a few cups. I got a leftover cupcake over there. Don't even look at it, Raylene.
I'm
It's
not
yours.
looking.
It's not yours. It's mine.
Yes, I know. That you left open all night. It's all dried up now anyway.
I don't care if it's dried up.
Just it in the microwave.
It's still
a second.
food. Yeah, just whack it in the microwave. We have this woman from Lyndonville in the news this morning accused of trying to dispose of the handgun that was used in the killing of that guy from St. Johnsbury, Heather Megaro. Feds are now saying that she gave the gun to another person and said to get rid of it. And that person later told police where to find the gun. So, and now they've run tests that show that the gun was, in fact, used in the killing of Vincent Keithan from St. Johnsbury.
And that was the shooting at the hospital.
Yeah.
Must be.
Yeah. They have not made an arrest yet. So the investigation is continuing. But we have that story up this morning on our page as well. Westminster, the mobile home park, Shady Pines, yesterday morning, 40-year-old guy wounded after a shooting. Daniel King shot inside of his unit. Owner of the home told police that he encountered a man and a woman who were intruders, and he shot at them, striking the man, identified as, again, Daniel King, who's in stable condition at the hospital. No charges have been filed against the homeowner. I'd love to learn more about that story. Just saying.
We probably will.
Yeah. I mean, because I've had this kind of discussion before with people. You know. Wow.
You're such an asshole.
Listen, I have to get a camera outside.
We need to
We're gonna
sticker
work on
for
it.
the window first.
Yeah.
We're going to get the sticker for the window, warning people that they are on camera, and then you can put a camera there.
All right. Can you help me remember to get that so I can get that going?
I will.
Because John Sell over at Laser Systems, one of our sponsors now, is willing to help with that. But we got to get a camera out there.
We do.
Because we see things that
should be recorded or documented or something.
Where's Mr. Stilts? We haven't seen him. The guy that walks around with stilts.
Well, I wouldn't be walking on stilts either right now with ice and snow and everything else.
No,
how long would you stay up there? But pretty soon.
Here comes Chris. Is the door unlocked?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
So, but pretty soon it will be.
Hi, Chris.
It will be nice enough to
get your stilts out.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and then he'll be exercising up and down Main Street
With his megaphone.
Yes. Have a great day.
That's Chris from the World. Comes by every. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tuesday
Sometimes,
for the Wednesday
Tuesday,
paper.
Wednesday, yeah.
For the World. Yeah.
Yeah.
There he is, walking right behind you. What a nice guy. But Mr. Stilts, yeah, is this guy that walks around with stilts and carries a megaphone and he screams things into the megaphone.
Well, there are two guys because that guy that day was just a different guy than the guy that we usually see walking back and forth exercising. That guy was a guy that was really pissed off about something.
Yes, he was.
I mean, holy cow. He sat out here and he wanted to make sure that whoever was in one of those apartments up there above
knew that he was there.
Knew that he was out there.
Yeah. Listen, if you get pissed off about something and you're pissed off enough, put on some stilts and grab a megaphone.
Yes.
And
walk up and down Main Street demanding that the asshole come downstairs.
We have a suspect under arrest this morning accused of shooting several homeless men in New York City and Washington, D.C., which has led to at least 2 deaths, one in each location. The suspect was arrested overnight in D.C. I don't know if you saw that story, but that's a big one. We have more talks between Ukraine and Russia expected to begin soon. Soon. Jeez, let's go here. More bombings in Ukraine today and yesterday.
Some of the clips that I have seen of the phone calls.
Yes, I have too.
Rip your heart right out.
Right out. Ukrainian President Zelensky or however the hell you say his last name, posted a video overnight telling Russian troops they'll be treated decently if they surrender. You hear about that? And now we have China that's being warned not to help Russia.
Get involved, yeah.
U.S. officials say no country will get away with coming to Russia's defense. And they claim China has suggested it's open to provide military and financial assistance, including drones. So, the U.S. is saying to China, no way, Jose. Don't even go there. And I'm telling you, over the weekend, I was reading about how all of these countries are having private conversations about which side they're going to be on, and they're drawing lines right now. And of course, anytime there's any kind of war today, anytime we say the word nuclear and all this shit, we start talking about World War III. We start hearing that dialogue of World War III now.
Frightening.
Should we talk about gas prices?
Well, they went down a little yesterday, actually.
Yeah, second time in 3 days.
Yep.
AAA reports national average is down 1 cent today. 1 cent!
But it was down a little more than that at a few local stations. And I am curious to know if that has anything to do with the threat of investigating price gouging.
I don't know.
And people decided they better get their shit together first.
It's a good question.
Yeah, I was just curious because it seemed to, I think it was 5 cents less a gallon at a few places yesterday. So I was just curious by that.
California, it's I think it's pushing $6 almost.
Yeah.
Stupid. What is the, I got it right here. 2 cents below the all-time high, which was set last Friday. Yeah, so California, today's average in the Golden State, $5.75 for California. $5.75.
Yeah. And I know they are considering a freeze on the gas tax, correct? I think I heard that they were considering doing that just because, it is causing such a hardship.
You know more than I do.
Yeah,
with this.
I believe I read that. I did not.
I have not heard, but I'm sure others have.
I've had kind of like a crazy few days, so I haven't been as diligent with things as I normally am.
What I'll say is, we learn an awful lot from the comments that come in from our viewers, our listeners, who are often privy to the subjects and the things that we're talking about, of which, frankly, my head is mostly inserted into my anal cavity with regard to much of this. So we do rely on our viewers.
Absolutely.
Deering says it's a fine line in Vermont about who gets charged. Not sure what that's about.
Probably the home invasion with the shooting.
Yep. Thank you for reeling me back. Also saying new bill being looked at talks about miles per gallon on a vehicle. Oof. Booton's complaining about my desk being out of control. What the hell's out of control about it? I know where everything is. Got my lip balm right there. Hold on. Let people see what you're doing. Go ahead. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Booton saying, imagine a world. Imagine a world.
I'm not saying it.
Imagine a world where we avoid getting
Jeez.
we avoid getting gas from brutal dictators and drilled here in our own country.
Wouldn't that be something? I have a meme that I have to share with you when we're all done. I cannot share it on air because,
Why? What is it?
I've gotten in enough trouble this week.
Is it about gas? About gasoline?
No. I will start holy hell if I show you.
Yeah.
I will show you after though, but you have to remind me to show you because I know you'll find it to be hysterical.
Is it all right.
It's politically motivated.
Okay. What isn't?
Right.
What isn't?
But
What kind of coffee do you drink? Folgers. What kind do you drink? Green Mountain Coffee. Oh, you're a snob. Everything is.
no, I'm not a snob. I'm broke.
Now here's Deering coming after Booten about the charging stations. Wow.
Oh,
Poor Michael.
poor Michael.
Imagine a world where there's no charging stations.
No, Michael
Sorry.
would like there to be none.
I know.
And everybody else would like not everybody else, but a lot of people want there to be at least some.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just seeing right now. New explosions going off in Ukraine this morning. 20th day of fighting. I hate to get back to this, but I'm just seeing. This story is just. It's just red hot, man.
Some chemical.
Yeah, some chemical warfare going on. And now, of course, the biggest fears right now is that China may have decided to back Russia. So, yeah. So both sides set to continue to talk today. Lyft is following the lead of Uber in charging more because of soaring gas prices.
I'm not surprised.
Not
by that
surprised.
At all.
Not surprised. Come on.
I'm not surprised about that.
No one should be. Is this gouging? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. But come on. If you're surprised that Uber and Lyft are charging more, then you need to be in touch with reality.
Speaking of that, okay, so just Uber, but food deliveries, everything, because everybody's adding surcharges.
Of course.
So yesterday I was going through, I guess, the spam mail, and I had a birthday card. Oh, yeah. They sent me a card yesterday, knowing it was my birthday.
Sure.
How scary is it that Domino's knows that? But they do anyway. So they send me this card in the mail that tells me if I get delivery, I won't have to pay the delivery charge because it's my birthday.
Oh, isn't that
sweet of them?
Yeah.
Which they now actually, the delivery charge for Domino's, it's quite expensive.
What is? I don't know what.
So
it
there's
is.
a surcharge. Plus, you really should still tip your driver. That is not your driver's tip.
That's right.
And so it just cracked me up that they send me this little e-card that was going to absolve me of paying the delivery charge because it was my birthday. Happy birthday. It's like Marlboro. They send you Marlboro sends you birthday card and coupons for your birthday.
Oh my God.
Here is $5 off a pack.
Oh my
of cigarettes. Yeah.
What did you end up doing for the birthday party last night? Was there a party at your house?
I just got together with my kids and yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was a great day. It was. I got all kinds of flowers. Yeah, still some mystery flowers. I have no idea.
We still don't know.
Still have no clue. And I got candy and cupcakes and cake and loads and loads of messages. Like I couldn't even keep up. And it was just a really nice day.
Yeah, that's good.
It was nice. It was a really nice day.
And you got a little bit of love from some
the
folks,
phone calls. Yes, the show, the little thing where we jumped on air yesterday, and I got to talk to
that almost
Dottie.
There's almost 1,000 people just from that.
I know
that
Dottie,
know that you turned 50.
Rebecca and
Cliffy.
Having them be on the phone, that was pretty awesome. Those are three of my most favorite people.
I screwed up though. I didn't get Megan on, and
Megan wouldn't have been able to answer the phone anyway. She was busy getting James out of Hawk.
Right.
And then she brought him here to me.
Yeah, that was
he
huge.
came in here with a bouquet of flowers for me, and Megan had the cupcakes and the candy, but you know what? I was just so happy to see them that he could have just come in here all by himself, and with nothing, and that would have been
it.
Best gift ever.
Where do we stand with the Browns right now?
We stand with them needing a lot of help. Yeah. She's going in for her surgery on Tuesday, I believe, Tuesday or Thursday. I can't remember. I believe it's Tuesday. And that means that both of them are out of work. James needs to go back and forth to UVM. He's had some medical issues over the last couple of weeks, has just come home yesterday from another stay in the hospital.
New kidney. Right?
Yeah, he just got a kidney transplant. I believe.
And for those of
the
you,
25th, it was the same day that we had the boys in here.
Yeah.
The Lindley Heartbreaks.
For the folks that are not familiar, this is two very well-known people in our community.
Megan and James Brown of Orange.
Yeah, who have two little boys that they've adopted, and they've been through hell and back. And they're still in it. They're still in it.
Yeah, and finally, after all of these years he has struggled medically for many years, and 4 years ago, his kidneys failed him, and he's been doing dialysis and on the transplant list. And amazingly, finally, they get the call. We've got in the middle of the night, mind you, we've got a kidney. You need to get here right now. 2 little kids. Throw them in the car, get them somewhere. Megan's sister, thankfully. And we're on a roll, rocking and rolling. And he has this new kidney, but there have been some troubles, and it's no easy recovery by any means for anyone. And no
matter what shape
the fact that he's a little unhealthy to begin with doesn't help his situation any. But her surgery, that is a necessary surgery, had already been scheduled.
Right.
And
can't get out of it.
It can be canceled, because if it is, everything has to start all over, and this isn't something that you just start over. And so,
and we don't want to get too private.
We can't
with this.
We just can't.
But the bottom line is that this is a family that's right here in our.
And they work hard every single day. James was working a full-time job, literally leaving work, going from work to dialysis, FaceTiming with his kids through supper, and
for
getting
4
home
years.
10 o'clock at night. And for some of that time, they did home dialysis to try to help with that. But then, that's a lot too, because you're trying to wait until the kids are gone to bed to start dialysis, and it takes 4 hours.
Can't imagine.
And so you're starting at 10 o'clock at night to do dialysis, wrapping it up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Sure.
These people but they've always maintained, and they've always tried very hard for themselves. And right now, they need our help. They just do.
Yeah. With regard to many things, but the key things are just helping with a consistent flow of donated food.
Yeah, meals. There's a meal train that is posted on Aired Out. I will refresh that post.
Please.
It is posted on Megan's page, my page. So there is the meal train. You can donate financially several ways. There's a GoFundMe, a bank account set up right here at Community National Bank.
Yep.
You can send checks directly to their home. You can Facebook pay Megan. Numerous ways that you can help financially.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you can't do any of those things, that's okay.
Right.
Send a message
of course.
Hope, because God knows they're going to need some pick me up some days, and to just know that people know what you're going through sometimes, and that just simple kind words can make a huge difference.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's what you've done a great job with bringing this story to aired out.
Well, I mean, they're very near and dear to my heart, and I know that they are truly grateful people. They will be so grateful no matter.
Sometimes it takes a very long time to get out of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And their patience and faith, I'm guessing, has been tested.
Mm-hmm. Many, 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 many times. I mean, this little piece of the puzzle is only the tip of the iceberg.
That's right.
Infertility battles and...
Right.
Megan just posted yesterday, Raylene, do you remember when you gave me this? And she's holding up her wrist, and it was a bracelet that I had bought her. It was because you can get, you've done a show with somebody, crystals and stones, and there was a fertility one that I found, and I bought special for her. Because at that point there were, anything and everything, and we all wanted so badly for them to be able to be parents.
Yeah.
And then just like 8 weeks later,
unbelievable,
came Owen. She adopted him, and
they adopted both boys,
first,
right?
Yes.
Age 3 and 5
right now. Yes.
Can you imagine having a 3 and 5-year-old and going through all of this?
No. Not at all.
For both parents.
Mm-hmm.
As if it wouldn't be difficult just for one parent.
Exactly.
Oh my
and
God.
they're such a good team. And
we love bringing stories like this to the air, to this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
They're localized, intimately localized stories that other media outlets just aren't covering. They're not sharing these stories. And frankly,
and it's a big story. It really is.
Frankly,
I mean, I know that there are lots of them. There are lots of people that need help and go through.
Yeah. It's a huge story, and frankly, it's priority, and it's more important than anything else that we do. Here's what we love to do. We love to entertain. We love to banter, bicker, have fun.
We're great at bickering.
But we also love to draw attention to really intimate stories that are going on in our communities that others are just not covering. And this is a perfect example of one of them.
It is.
Yeah.
And Maddie, we need to check on Maddie.
Yeah.
Soon.
What's the deal
we
with
gotta
Maddie?
check on little Maddie.
Can we get her in here?
I'm gonna reach out to them. I was actually the last few days they've been heavy on my mind, so I really need to check in with them. What's up.
Maddie is the little girl.
Maddie Bain.
How old was she when this all happened? 7, 8?
7, 8.
7?
Yeah, 7, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Had
last
a brain.
Easter.
Last Easter. Not even a year ago.
Or was it the
was
Easter
the one before?
I'm trying to think.
Damn it.
Was it the same Easter that my brother passed away?
I
believe it
was.
Yes.
So that was 2.
So 2. So we need to check in. We got to call Maddie Payne. See what
this
she's
little girl
up to.
who lives also right here in Central Vermont had an aneurysm on Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
And almost didn't make it and had to undergo not one, but several brain surgeries. And, I mean, you talk about a miracle.
She wanted nothing to do with the cameras last time, but
nope.
She did come in and visited with us, and what a beautiful little girl.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't hold back. I couldn't hold back.
I gotta. It must be because it's getting close. So it's just been really heavy on my brain lately, and so I really
will you get in touch with Mom and put some heat on her?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, if she doesn't want to come on, she doesn't want to come on. That's fine. But anyway.
Yeah.
We got to talk about Red Noses for Central Vermont. This is the charity comedy show that we've been hammering as hard as we possibly can here on the Aired Out podcast. It's coming to Gusto's on Sunday, March 20th. We talked about it yesterday with Josh Dickinson from Gusto's, who is such an amazing dude. I don't know what else to say about him. I mean,
I don't know either.
Thoroughly enjoyed sitting down with him yesterday over at Gusto's.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. But anyway, Carla Wilmot, who
not only is she spearheading this event, she's like the best baker ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got one of her
cupcakes.
Carrot cake cupcakes right here with, I think, homemade frosting. That's right next to me. Why are you looking at? Don't look at that. That's not yours.
JD's drooling.
But Carla Wilmot and Josh Dickinson over at Gusto's teamed up. They got in touch with me, I think, early January and said, this is what we're thinking. You want to get on board with us? And, of course, that was the case. They've got a comedy show for Red Noses, which is a worldwide
event
holiday, if you will. March 18th, I think, is officially when it is, which is basically comic relief for charity involving children.
And the Red Noses come from the whole Patch Adams.
Patch Adams, yeah. So doing good with comic relief for a charity. And she's I think Carla Wilmot said that Red Noses became a worldwide thing a couple of years ago, like 2018, not long ago. Was it mainly a British thing? So now they've got it here, and she's like, you know what? We're going to bring it to Gusto's. We're going to bring it right here to Central Vermont. So Sunday, March 20th. Here's what's happening: the Big and Tall comedy tour with Mike Bova is making their way from New York to Gusto's. They're going to stumble on in there, and they're going to give us a great comedy show at 6:30 that night on Sunday, March 20th. We'll give you ticket info in just a second, but it starts with cocktails at 4 in the afternoon. Again, this is Sunday, March 20th at Gusto's. They're going to serve up an amazing dinner at 5. You've got your choice between chicken or steak, and there's a pasta, a vegetarian meal as well. And then Mike Bova, and who's this guy? His other guy? Ern. Ern's going to warm things up at 6:30, and then Bova is going to trip and fall on stage at around 6:30 or shortly after. And he's going to bring his guitar, and he's going to, frankly, make a complete ass out of himself. And you can laugh and enjoy the show after a great meal and some drinks and proceeds from the tickets, which are $60, by the way. 100% of the proceeds going to be going to, Capstone. Help me out.
The
Capstone Community Kitchen Academy.
Yes.
Capstone.
Yes. And then the school that they did the live at yesterday.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Choice Academy.
Choice. Yeah.
Choice Academy.
Sorry.
There. Yeah.
People don't know that was a bad payback for you. Just barely when I made my mic go squeak.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Even though I've got the headphones on. Choice Academy. they've got a program over there which basically takes kids
and then
and shows them
women's,
life.
Through Central Vermont Home Health and Hospice.
Yes.
The women's
Maternal program.
Mm-hmm.
Central Vermont Home Health and Hospice. There's a fancy name to it.
There is. Yes.
And frankly, I haven't had enough coffee this morning to remember. But basically, that's a program that where they go into homes of expecting moms and dads.
Mm-hmm.
They do everything from lactation to what to expect to how's it going, checking in, nutrition, making sure that you're dialed into some good choices when it comes to nutrition and development of your kids. And they stay with you through this process. They don't just check in on you once and then they disappear.
Right.
They're there all the time on this road, which many moms need. And I'm not even going to say young moms. I'm going to say all moms.
Any mom. Yeah.
Any moms.
Yeah.
And dads need to learn some of this, if not all of this, as well. So,
correct.
What they do is just invaluable.
Tickets at here.
Yeah.
Gusto's on the event page, which can be found on our page and Gusto's page. And I believe you can just type in on Facebook Red Noses and it will come up also. And then Josh said yesterday that they would have tickets at the door, which surprised me, but in one way, but not in another. That he's that prepared that if you really want to be that last minute, we wish you wouldn't, and knowing getting a head count would be great. But if that's not the case for you and it is last minute, there will be tickets at the door.
All right.
$60.
Yes.
It includes dinner and the show. There is a cocktail hour prior, right, at 4
p.m.
From 4 to 5. We'd love to see you there.
Keep talking while I put in the link for the Eventbrite.
Oh, okay.
Just like do the alphabet or something, or just count to 50.
Or think of some story that I could tell about JD that is funny.
That
will help Michael feel better about the fact that you were mean to him. Yeah.
Eventbrite.com.
If you keep doing that whole thing with your eye, I wish you would wear your freaking glasses.
Why? What am I doing?
You can't find that I bought you.
What?
Like Popeye.
Oh, like this?
Yeah. Your eye says Popeye. Your belly says you need to start eating only spinach.
Because I do this with my eyes?
No. Close
like this?
the right eye, and you leave your left eye open.
Left. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Your little Popeye.
I can see better like that, though.
Yeah, your little Popeye.
The right eye is shit. So if I can see better with the left eye, then I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
So leave me alone.
Yeah.
Stop making fun of me. Okay? All right. I got the link on there for tickets. And you can go the route of the link. But you can also walk right in here to our studios. We have the tickets here.
We do.
$60 a piece, or go into Gusto's.
Or go into Gusto's, have some lunch, grab some tickets for Sunday.
Yeah.
Whatever. Or don't have anything. Just go grab tickets for Sunday. It's a great event. We would love to see you there.
I forgot to mention to you yesterday, which is Monday, the day after the time change, that America reports on average every year, the day after the time change, a 24% spike in heart attacks on the Monday after the daylight savings time.
Interesting.
24%.
Interesting.
Which I personally have a very hard time understanding and believing that losing an hour of sleep is and can be
cause that much trouble,
playing that much of a role with it.
Yeah.
I mean, is really 1 hour going to disrupt the natural rhythm?
I don't know. Have you ever, when people say, or when all these statistics come out,
yeah,
have you ever really sat and thought about
Whether
a farmer that works 18, 20 hours a day.
Thank you.
And they're strong as a mule. I mean,
Right.
So I don't always put very much weight in that kind of stuff because I think, well, maybe we've just become wimps. And
Yeah.
we're not like.
I agree. I mean, my God, it's just an hour, dude.
I
Really?
sleep between 4 and 5 hours a day. We know that. I mean, that's.
I don't know. Yeah.
And I mean, knock on wood.
Yeah.
I'm fine, but
I just I think some of this is it's just I don't know. I mean, the American Heart Association is dialed into this. It seems like a bunch of horse shit.
At the end of the sentence, it should be dollar signs instead of a period.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's called healthcare for profit.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
That's right.
And so if everybody gets anxious about this stuff and they start getting tests and, oh, you need this pill and you need that pill and this is wrong with you and that is wrong with you. And
yep.
Spend your money on a gym membership if you got to, or just walk Hope Cemetery or something. It just, I don't know. I'm a bitch when it comes to that stuff because that's how I feel about it.
They're saying one way to combat the change is to start going to bed and waking up 15 minutes earlier, 3 to 4 days before the time change. What? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Who the hell is doing that?
Catch it on fire.
Nobody's doing that.
Nobody's doing that.
Well, we're 3 or 4 days before the time change.
Yeah.
Gotta go to bed 15 minutes earlier.
Yeah. That's going to make a huge difference. Huge.
God.
Dollar signs. No period, just dollar signs.
Anyway, final story this morning. We have this guy from Idaho. I love to talk about the Guinness Book of World Records.
I know you do.
You know that. Mm-hmm. His name is David Rush, and he broke the world record. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
And this is something I've always wanted to do.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Broke the world record for walking while balancing a lawnmower on his chin.
Oh, my God.
Have a great day, everybody.
Oh.
God bless. Take good care of one another. Thanks for watching the show.
Have a good day.
Right there in front of you are our presenting sponsors that bring this to you every day here on this page. Mm-hmm. The Air It Out Podcast, live from the ASB Financial Studios and Fly on the Wall Productions, Main Street in Barrie. Have a great rest of your day. And
$5 burger night, Cornerstone.
Thank you. Oh, 12 noon tomorrow. Mark Scott. Who is that? He's the director of Vermont Fish and Wildlife, and he's going to be in here talking about some of these new regulations. That is going to be an interesting show tomorrow. Can't wait for it. We'll catch you then, everybody. Be well.